Hello and welcome everybody to another Tarkir Dragonstorm draft. I'm Paul Cheon and today we are sitting at Platinum 4. Let us continue climbing here. We went 5 and 3 with a nice Sultai / Teamer control mid-range deck. Lots and lots of value, but man, I will tell you, when you go those color combinations, my brain nearly exploded. There are so many decisions to make with Renew and Harmonize, where this format seems really deep, really complex, and I'm excited to get into another draft. Now, before we head into this draft, just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all of your TCG singles and sealed product needs. If you want to buy some booster boxes of Tarkir Dragonstorm, or if you wanted to pick up some singles to round out your standard, modern, or commander decks, TCGplayer.com is the place to go. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, go to heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want really high quality deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, you want to make sure you're fully prepared for the upcoming Spotlight Series in Denver, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon to get 10% off your first order. Also, if they're going to have a presence at the Spotlight Series in Denver, so swing by their booth, say hi, tell them Paul sent you to get 10% off your purchase in person as well, to get a discount on said sleeves. Okay, well, that is another Lotuslight Dancers. I thought this card was solid, not absurd, but I think it's a really, really solid value card, so I'm kind of interested in just taking it again. It's unfortunate that I opened the same rare twice. There's Reverberating Summons, which can be interesting if you draft a Flurry deck. There's Hardened Tactician, which is a nice card if you wanted to draft maybe more of a token strategy, right? If you have a bunch of, what is it? The thing that makes 1/1 attackers, then this card can be good. There's Kiro Goldkeeper, but this card's fine, but I do think that Lotuslight Dancers is probably just better. You know, there's also Einok Wayfarer, which I think is really, really nice. But I think, honestly, you always have to just kind of look at the uncommons and the rares, and I feel like this just has the most upside. You know what? Nope, I'm going to take this. I just, the power level of this just seems so much higher that I'm going to take the Lotuslight Dancers and see where things go. All right, here we have Rainveil Rejuvenator, 4 mana for a 2/4, ETB, mill 3 cards, add an amount of green equal to this creature's power. So it's a self-mill engine, but it's really expensive. It's like 4 mana for a self-mill card. Not sure how much I want this type of effect. There is a Jeskai Shrinekeeper, which is fine, but don't want to take that after taking Lotuslight Dancers. There's also Molten Exhale, which is a very, very good removal spell, but again, don't want to necessarily delve into that many colors. Honestly, I think, I've had a lot of troubles with getting enough 2-drops in my deck. So I think I'm just going to take the Wayfarer. I think this card is just going to end up playing out really well in a Sultai Graveyard Shell. And this is kind of what I want to start with. And now look at this, another Lotuslight Dancers. There's also Yathan Tomb Guard. There's also Sage of the Fang, and there's also Skirmish Rhino. Given that I have the Lotuslight Dancers, I don't think I want to take the Skirmish Rhino. I think it's between Sage of the Fang and another Lotuslight Dancers. But look, I'm a sucker for this card. I'm just going to take this, and then every Renew card I get, just like take as many Renew cards as possible. Let's take both of this. I think it's probably better than Sage of the Fang, but how often do you get to start a draft with double Lotuslight Dancers, right? So let's go with this and see what happens. Now we have a pack with Auroral Procession, which is 2 mana, return target card from your graveyard to your hand. It's a regrowth effect, which I think is okay, but I think mana fixing is more important. So I think this card is a fine value card. Champion of Dosan is also a fine creature, especially with Lotuslight Dancers, but I think these tap lands have more value, and I'm really interested in making sure that my mana is rock solid. So I'm going to take Jungle Hollow here. Moving on to this pack, we have Dragonclaw Strike, which is, in this deck, a 4 mana spell that fights something and doubles power and toughness. I think it's okay, but I am looking at Sibsig Appraiser and Sagu Pummeler. I think they're both very good. I think I generally prefer the Appraiser. There's also Stormplane Detainment, so that's a really good removal spell as well. But I think I generally prefer the Appraiser, although, maybe the Pummeler is better. I have the Lotuslight Dancers, and having answers to a bunch of flyers can also be quite strong. So maybe it's the Sagu Pummeler. Yeah, you know what? I'm The thing is, I don't know if I'm going to be a black-green base or a blue-green base, but I know for sure I want to be a green base. So for that reason, I'll take the Pummeler here. And also, this just sets me up better for the flyers that my opponents can certainly play against me. All right, moving on here, we have Unending Whispers, which is, a reasonable value card, certainly much better in a Flurry deck. Not that good here. There is a Gurmag Rakshasa, which is a nice top-end card here. When this enters, target creature gets a -2/-2 until end of turn. Target creature you control gets +2/+2 until end of turn as well. It's another 6-drop, though. So I'm wondering if I should just take a Trade Route Envoy here instead. I already have a bunch of expensive things, and I think I do want to go that route. Just take some cheaper cards here. This card has not been as exciting. It's a decent high-end card, but like I said, I already have 2 Lotuslight Dancers, so I just want to, maybe take things that are a little bit cheaper in the mana curve. This is a bit of a miss of a pack here. There's a Swiftwater Cliffs on the potential splash. I don't really love Alicia's Legacy, and Desperate Measures I only really like when I am, making a bunch of 1/1 tokens. So I think I'm looking at Roamer's Routine and Swiftwater Cliffs, and I guess the first Roamer's Routine is okay. So let's take that here. It just gives me the mana fixing that I need, and let's move on. Black certainly seems to be cut off here, so maybe blue-green is where we need to go. There is an Ice Ridge Serpent and a Teamer Tawny back. And, if I'm not Teamer and I don't have the chance to play this on turn 3, think I prefer just the Ice Ridge Serpent. This was actually pretty impressive when I played it in the deck that I had yesterday. So I'm going to take this over to Teamer Tawny back, noting that Teamer might be open. But let's just take the blue card here, just because I know for sure that this will likely make my deck. Another Sagu Pummeler, very, very nice. Curve, once again, very, very high. But let's see where this goes. Another 2-drop that I really like in this type of deck is the Death Touch 2-drop. The Sultai Devotee, I think, is quite strong, and you should probably take that one pretty highly. Here we have an Abzan Devotee and a Crotic Nest Guard. This is super filler. I'll take Abzan Devotee in case we do end up in a black-green deck, just because the possibility of having a playable 2-drop in my deck is pretty okay. So let's take that here. But yeah, I mean, seeing a bunch of random commons, I do need some more of the good uncommons here to really get the ball rolling here. Not liking how the rest of this pack ended up here. Happy that I took the Jungle Hollow, though. All right, moving on to pack 2, pick 1. We have Surak. 3 mana for a 4/3 Trampler that can't be countered. Whenever a creature you control or creature spell you control becomes a target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, draw a card. So 3 mana for a 4/3 Trampler. Yeah, I'm going to take that. There is also Roiling Dragonstorm, which is okay. Champion of Doosan, but come on. Let's take just the beefy 3-drop rare here and see where this goes. Honestly, the first Unending Whispers, with Lotuslight Dancers, it's totally fine to play, I think. I do need more removal and more cheap things. Stadium Headliner is great, but we are not that color. 1 mana for a 1/1 mobilize 1. You can sack it to kill things. Very, very nice. Dispelling Exhale could be interesting as a counterspell option. Wow, this is just a Jeskai pack. There is Channel Dragonfire, which is a solid removal option, but we are not red. Molten Exhale potentially on the splash. Sunpearl Kirin is also quite nice. There's also Strategic Betrayal. I think I'm just going to take the Betrayal. It's a removal spell. Exile in the graveyard can come into play. And I don't want to take the Globe this early, especially when I'm playing a color that can already play Roamer's Routine. So let's take the Betrayal. It is a piece of interaction. Not a great piece of interaction, but a piece of interaction nonetheless. Moving on to pack 2, pick 3. There's Sagu Wildling. 100 Battled Veteran is okay, but I have 3 4-drops already. Another Channel Dragonfire is also nice, but given where we're at, I'm going to take the Sagu Wildling as a good mana fixer. I do like the Appraiser and the Agent of Corliss as well, but let's take this for good mana fixing. And move on. Pack 2, pick 4 gives us Salt Road Skirmish, which I need removal. And I guess any removal is better than no removal, so let's take this. It's not great. Like, I don't care about the 2 1/1 tokens, really. It's just kind of an, a weak-ish sorcery speed removal spell. But right now, given that we have nothing, we'll just go ahead and take it here. And yeah, let us go ahead and take the Alchemist. Oh, wait. There's a Caustic Exhale. This card is fine, but I think the Caustic Exhale is better. Just an instant speed removal spell. This is a 2/1 lifelinker. It's got a Renew, which is interesting. Oh, that is interesting, actually. There's also a Pummeler. You know what? I'm going to take... I think the Exhale is also really good, but I want to just take another 2-mana creature here. Let's try out the Assailant. I also have the Lotuslight Dancers, which it works really, really well with. And being able to give my big creatures lifelink also seems nice. So let me know what you think about that pick, but I'm going to try that there. Looks like we're heading into a black-green base deck. There's another Sagu Wildling. Or I can take like Whale of War. I'm just going to take another Saga Wildling. Let's just go with... set ourselves up for excellent mana fixing here. Black-green base deck with some blue cards. Don't think the Unending Whisper is worth the splash, though, but we'll see. Hopefully I can find some good cards, blue cards, to put into my graveyard with the Lotuslight Dancers. I don't actually care for Snakeskin Veil too much in this format. I'd much rather have Evolving Wilds as a mana fixer here, so let's go ahead and take that. And another Sagu Pummeler, sure. So green-black with a light splash here so far. And with double Saga Wildling, we can and potentially Roamer's Routine, although I'd rather not play the Roamer's Routine, especially with the double Saga Wildling. So I'm happy enough with just this configuration here. So definitely have enough green things to put in my yard. I have an Abzan Devotee and an Alchemist Ascendant that I can put in my yard. Here I can choose between Worthy Cost or Champion of Doosan. I'm going to take the Champion of Doosan just to have another 3-mana creature here. Sandscatter Outrider is also a totally fine playable card, although noting that we are getting pretty heavy on 4s. And with double Saga Wildling, honestly, I can probably play 16 lands because this basically gets you a land. More interaction, definitely on the lookout for that. I don't think I need another Sandscatter Outrider. I'll take Nightblade Brigade in case I just need a random 3-mana Death Touch creature. Hopefully I don't have to play this card though, because I don't really care for the Surveil 1. All right, some filler cards here. Moving on. Green, black, blue. Well, Anafenza is great, but I just don't think... I mean, I think Anafenza is very strong, but I just don't think it's worth splashing for. What does Clarion Conqueror do? 3 mana for a 3/3 flyer. Okay, it's just 3 mana for a 3/3 flyer. There's also Skirmish Rhino. I mean, if I was going to splash white, I think it would be for the Anafenza. But given that I'm already looking to be Sultai, I do think Rakshas's Bargain is fantastic. So I'm just going to take this. There's also Caustic Exhale as a really good removal spell. And I do need removal, but I just think this card is premium. This card is extremely good. It's basically stock up at instant speed. And then if you have a bunch of Renew type cards, it also gives you a bunch of value that way as well. So I'm going to take the Rakshas's Bargain. Okay, well maybe Anafenza is something that I should splash for. Oh, this is not Anafenza. Felithar. Anafenza was a white card. 3 mana for a 3/3 Trampler. When this enters or attacks, you may sack a non-land permanent. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. The problem is I don't curve out that well, and it makes me play a 4th color. And it puts a counter on each thing I control. I actually don't think this is... It's good, but I'm just... Opulent Palace is absurd, so I'm going to take that here. You know, just rock solid mana fixing is very, very important here. Although now I might change my mind because now I have the Opulent Palace. I ate my vegetables, and now there is a Sandstep Citadel, but there's Revival of the Ancestors. This one I think is amazing. 4 mana for an enchantment. Create 3 1/1 white spirit tokens. Then distribute 3 counters. So you get 6 power and 6 toughness for 4 mana. And then creatures you control get trample and lifelink until end of turn. That is a card that I think is worthy of a splash here, and I'm going to take it here. And then now see where things go. Very, very heavy in 4 mana. Okay, now we take Caustic Exhale. Definitely need this removal. Very, very happy to pick this up. We have now 2 removal spells for our deck, I guess. Let's move on. All right, pack 3, pick 5. We are black, green, with a touch of blue and a little bit of white. There is Rally the Monastery, which does act as another removal spell if I want something to kill something big. What does Synchronized Charge do? Distribute 2 counters on 1 or 2 creatures you control. They get Trample and Vigilance. And then Harmonize. I get to do it again. I don't think I care for that in this deck. I'm going to just take Sipsig Appraiser. Just a good value card. You know what? Actually, no. I'm going to take the Rally the Monastery. I'm already playing this and I need removal. So why don't we take the Rally the Monastery as well? Here, I will take Thornwood Falls for more mana fixing. And move on. Don't need the Mardu Monument just because I just can't sacrifice the land. Oh, sacrifice this. And if you can't sacrifice it, it's not particularly good. I'm going to take Abzan Devotee. Just a fine 2-mana play here that provides me mana fixing. So very, very happy with that. Here, there's Kintree Nurturer, which is okay, but I think I'm just going to take Blossoming Sands here for more rock-solid mana, especially because I have Rally the Monastery and also Revival of the Ancestors. And you know what's funny is like we kind of backdoored into another 4-color deck. I mean, Skirmish Rhino is quite good. All right, I guess I'll take it here. Take the Sipsig. I do love that. And, you know, I'm assuming my mana works. 29 minus 5 is 24. There's Snakeskin Veil. There's also Agent of Kotis. I guess I'll take Agent of Kotis. I don't really care for either of those cards, to be honest. All right, what does our mana look like here? I took the Agent of Kotis because I have the double Lotuslight Dancers, so it's just to have 1 extra value creature. But let's see what this deck looks like here. All right, 42 cards. Like I said, I think I can certainly cut a land here. It's probably a swamp. Actually, 1 plains... Maybe 2 well, let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want 9 green sources because I have the double Sagu Wildling, which I'm treating as another mana source. 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 lands. I do want to play 1 more land. Black sources, we're looking at 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 plus 2 Sagu Wildlings. For white sources, I have 2 white cards, but I do have double Abzan Devotee as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seems fine for these 3. And then for islands, I can see playing another island. We do have several blue cards in our deck. So this gives us 1, 2, 3, 4. And then an extra island maybe. 5. 2, 3, 4, 5 blue sources, 6, 7 blue sources. That seems fine as well. Okay, so 16 lands, double Saga Wildling with 9 green sources. Our mana does seem nice. I'm really, really happy with our mana base given that we have tri-land wilds and triple gain lands. So I do like that a lot. I just need to find 1 more card to cut out of everything that I have. I think I want to keep all my 2s just for curve purposes. Agent of Kotis, I mean, maybe we play turn 2, maybe we don't. Probably it's just one of these 4-drops, honestly. I think it's probably the Outrider as the worst of the options here. I think the Trade Route Envoy is better. And, you know, there are instances where I can draw a card with this, where this is just a random Endure creature. And I do like the interactive part of the Ice Ridge Serpent because I don't have that much removal. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 interactive spells. All right, this looks pretty solid here. I think I'm going to do this a lot, by the way, just like base green 4-color with good mana fixing and any combination of Sultai, Abzan, Sultai Teamer, like any of those combinations I think is going to end up working out pretty well. And I think my mana is even good enough where I don't really need to play the Roamer's Routine, which I do love because we put a high priority on taking these Saga Wildlings. All right, let us give this a whirl and see how this plays out. Now, before round 1 starts, Did want to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Really do appreciate all of your support. It truly means a lot and allows me to continue making this content. Access to the Patreon gives you access to my Discord channel, which I do believe is a really great way to up your limited game. Gonna mulligan that hand, no forest. Gonna keep this hand, but not sure what to do. Let's bottom Ice Ridge Serpent. Let's go get the plains and move on. So now we have all 4 of our colors, and hopefully we just continue drawing gas. Turn 3 Sirach. All right, well, we are getting a little bit flooded. I felt like I wanted to get that white source. Maybe I'm supposed to hold off on it. What is this? It better be power. Okay. Let's kill that thing. All right, this would definitely be a good time to draw the Lotus Guard card. The 3/6 lifelinker. Okay, Encroaching Dragonstorm. That's terrifying. Okay, we drew another blank. All right. So we have 7 lands, and here we are. Rakshasa's Secret would be really nice. The Lotus Guard Disciples would be great. It would just give me a lot of stuff to do with my mana. Do I have a black Renew card outside of the Alchemist Assistant? I don't know that I do. Temur Monument is excellent. Well, they have all the mana fixing in the world. Okay, Ice Ridge Serpent. Wait, I get to draw a card, don't I? Alright. Do not mind that at all. I don't really want to kill this. Well, given that I can't really attack with this very well, I think I'm just going to play Sago Wildling. Now, if they kill the Wildling, sure. I mean, it's whatever. The Sirach is nice in that, like, anytime they target one of my things, I draw a card. Next turn, I will have the mana to go Sirach plus Salt Road Skirmish if they play something big. Okay, well, so they get to bounce this, I guess? That's not... I mean, yes, they have infinite lands. So then they're going to be able to get a 5/5 here as well. So I think my true route to victory here is just, like, the Sago Wildling, I guess. So I think I just have to kill it here. Do I attack with the Alchemist Assistant? They have 3 cards in hand? Sure. I feel like if we get to some weird racing situation, then I just want to renew on the Wildling anyways. And this isn't really doing that much on the board. Okay. They are going off, I guess. They're going to have no lands left in their deck. They're going to just draw all gas. So that's definitely a problem. Okay. Huh. I can bounce the Ice Ridge Serpent. Wait, they didn't play the Dragonstorm. Weird. Maybe they have a removal spell? I mean, if they do, I draw a card, so I'm okay with that. Would I like to draw a 3/3 flyer? I mean, it's not like the most exciting thing, but it's still a 3/3 flyer that gains me a life. Okay. Sirach has been pretty nice. Temur, Tawny back, okay. Yeah, they just don't have any more lands to get, probably. Yep. Yeah. They must have a bunch of tap lands as well. Fair enough. And no good attacks for us. So they're probably going to sack the Monument soon. They're at 10 life, though, which is nice. It's just like, it's hard for them to just start attacking me. Oh, no, the Dirtle Turtle. The Dirtle Turtle. Okay. Ambling Stormshell is really good. Agent of Codis sucks. I will play it, though. They get to draw 3 cards. That's so ridiculous. Like, yeah, I mean, just a little bit too much value here, honestly. But see what I mean? Nobody has 2-drops. Like, my opponent doesn't have a single 2-drop. So nobody has 2-drops. Maybe I just shouldn't be worried about 2-drops. I don't know. What is this attack? Okay, so you block here. Okay. 5 cards in hand for the opponent. Do you think my my Sagu Wildling plan is gonna work? Another Temur Battlecrier? Okay. Sipsig Appraiser? Yeah, their deck is all value. I feel like I need to take a different approach to this format then. Is it just like, maybe there's an aggressive deck you can draft because everybody just seems to be doing this? You know, you got a Zig. I mean, they probably have something, but okay, that sure. I hope they deck. Oh man. Oh, another spell? Yeah. All right. Yeah, they're up too many resources. They're up too many resources. I'm gonna take a look at my sideboard just to see if I have anything other. Like, do I have any other big plays that I can put in my deck? Nah. I actually think this deck is fine. We just got a little bit flooded and our opponent just got way too much action going. I don't mind this deck right now. All right. Down a game here. Let's see how this goes. I got an Opulent Palace. I got a 2-drop. All right. We will keep this. Maybe we can find a 3-drop too. That would be nice. Nope. All right. Well, maybe we can just find land number 4 just to make sure we can play Sagu Pummelers. Plenty of mana sources in our deck. Just lots of options. Sultai Devotee. Devotee. We'll never get it right. That is a aggressive block with all this mana up too. Yeah. I'll hold the Exhale. Although I kind of want to kill this Devotee anyways, right? Like, I can't... I mean, obviously they can just play something awesome. Oh. Yeah, that was not good for you. Of course. Of course. Last game we get flooded. Now our hand is 3 5-drops and 2 4s. Our opener was good. We had the Opulent Palace, but just not like this. You know what I mean? Not like this. Now let's get a plains, I guess. Yeah, that was oh god, that was so costly. If I just naturally draw a land there, it's just yeah. And then now they play Teval, Arbiter of Virtue. Okay. I just want lands. Yeah, we are mega dead. What am I supposed to do? They played a 5-mana Baneslayer Angel. It's a 6/6. 5-mana 6/6 flying lifelink. Goodness. With upside. I mean, there's some downside to this as well, but man, spells you cast have delve. Well, this card is bugged though. But like, how am I beating this card? I don't. I can bounce it for a turn. Okay. Now I want to bounce the token, but then I'm just going to keep taking 6 in the air. Oh my gosh. Let's play Evolving Wilds. All right. If I can find the Salt Road card, I'll be okay. Oh, they also have Enabling Storm Shell? Okay. There's a lot of bombs in this format. A lot of bombs, and it's easy to splash. We have 3 black sources. It doesn't really matter. Sure. I mean, it's a card. I mean, getting the Mammoth Bellow out of their graveyard isn't terrible, I guess. Okay, and that removed the delve aspect of things. Do I have the stun creature? I don't think so. I have the lifelink thing. Alright, green, black, blue. So that's the black. That's a green. And I drew my blue one. Yep. Yeah, this is my blue one. Well, if I put Sagu Pummeler on Lotuslight Dancers, I will not die. Also, I can go double Sagu Pummeler. There's just, you know, a lot of it just depends on the last couple of cards in my opponent's hand, right? Like, if they kill the Lotuslight Dancers, that's obviously bad. Okay. Okay. That doesn't do much. 1 card in hand. What is the best course of action here? Playing this just to chump doesn't seem particularly good. Alright. One card left in our opponent's hand. Okay, you're gonna let me gain life? Wow. Wow. That's gotta have been a huge mistake, right? I do not understand that. Okay. Double. Okay, we have a couple of reach creatures here. Okay. Any stabilized gamers? I have a devotee I can put into my graveyard. Now, the issue here is I can't really attack because they have a 6/6 still. Let's get this in play. Let's get this in play. Yeah, let's put this in the graveyard. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay, that, sure. Yep. Okay. Well, that gives us something to work with. I'll trade this with Teval. I will happily trade this with Teval. Okay, so Teval is off the battlefield now, so I'm feeling very good about this. Play Sago Wild. Okay! We have stabilized. Team Murtani back is a good one. Essence Anchor. Okay. That doesn't seem particularly good. All right, now we're going to get very, very aggressive here. I don't even think I care. Oh. Let's put some pressure here. I care not how things trade. I just have such a big board here. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana, so I can go Revival plus Devotee. You know, like, I don't really care about Lotuslight Dancers, sure. Okay, so Leopard down. Trade with Sirach. You don't want to block the Pummeler. And then they take 4, 8, 11, 14, 15. Okay. This is nice because now they can't kill my Revival either. Alright, boom! Snakeskin Veil into the graveyard. 1 card. That does not get it done. Alright, so let's see. If they block my 2 ground creatures... If I put, like, if everything is a 2-power creature, they block 2 things. Let's say somehow they can block these 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, they're dead. Oh, wait! They can make a zombie this turn, too. Wow. I still don't think it matters, but... Yep. You want to attack with this? Okay. This isn't a free roll attack. So how do I want to do this? So let's see. If I put all 3 counters here and another 2 counters here, that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 7. Block, block. A lot of different ways I can do this. Okay. So this gets chumped. This blocks here. 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Maybe I had a lethal attack somewhere. This just puts them dead. Alright. Well, you know what? They definitely got flooded and they ran out of action, and we had enough random reach things to be able to fight through the Tevel. So, you know, at any point, if they had some kind of removal spell there, I was just dead. They made a really bad attack. But outside of that, all right, let's go. 1-1. All right, on the play here, my mana looks very good. Although I can't play the Skirmish Rhino, but I don't know. I mean, with all this amazing mana, I just feel like I can't mulligan this hand. Evolving Wilds turn 1 from the opponent. Okay, Salt Road Skirmish. So our first play is going to be a turn 4 Sagu Pummeler. Unless I naturally draw my 1 planes. I mean, I wouldn't even mind Absent Devotee here, right? I play that and then play Thornwood Falls. Oh, speaking of Absent Devotee. Yep, okay. It's okay. This format's kind of slow. Famous last words. All right. Our opponent on natural Abzan mana. Into a ramp spell. Okay. Lots of good draws here for us. We are just going to play the Pummeler here. Next turn, I will go Wildling into Plains. Let's see what they play here. Hollowmurk Siege. That's a really good one. Sure. They chose Abzan, so they get to get kind of aggressive here. Naturally, drawing a land would be ideal, so I can play Lotuslight Dancers this turn. There you go. Wow, okay. They had Hollowmurk Siege plus removal spell. Nope, okay. All right, green, black, blue. We can put... This is the black one. This is the blue one. And for green, do I want the Pummeler or do I want the Champion of Doosan? Let's go with the Pummeler. Yeah, I mean, now I will say this. We will never run out of things to do with our mana. Oh, wow. Hey, you know what? I want to give props to my opponent there on really solid sequencing. They just chose not to kill my thing. Or they chose not to kill my 4/4 for whatever reason. Took the damage and it ended up paying off. So that was really, really good for them. Ah, man. Not sure what to do here. Okay. This protects us a little bit if they have a removal spell, so that's the hope here. If they hit a land. What is this? Nature's Rhythm, okay. Okay. I should probably just double block here just to not get completely destroyed here. Helps me race. Let's block the Devotee. Gain a bunch of life. Try our best to turn this around somehow, some way. Alright, Sirach lives. We're at 12. Hollowmurk Siege. Ugh. Okay. Land would be alright. Because then I get to just play two things. My opponent likes to take damage. My creature has trample, so it didn't really matter. Alright. Well, they're at 10 life. So if they continue getting very aggressive here, well, I can also turn things around in a hurry. So let's see what happens. Yep. Okay, we're at 8. If I kill the Pack Beast... I mean, it depends on what else they have, but... I don't know. If I kill the Pack Beast and attack with everything, is that, like, enough damage? It feels worth it, but they have so much mana. Like, they could have played the Abzan Devotee, but they didn't. So that makes things... that makes me not want to attack this turn, basically. And... I think we just play it slow. So let's play this. Just like divvy up all the stats. Yeah, okay. That's why. They kept both on top. Wow. Okay, gain life. 3 cards in hand. So that was not what they kept. They still have 2 good spells that they like. I do probably need to block this crocodile. It becomes a 7/5? Which is not great. They're going to kill these 2 creatures. But I want to play around a removal spell. Like, I think they probably have a removal spell. Which is why I'm doing the triple block. And if they go with this safe trade, I mean, that's fine too, I guess. Sure. Yeah, it's just like I said, like these all feel okay, but doesn't it feel kind of mopey? You're spending your whole turn to put 2 counters on something. Yeah, not only that, they're just far too ahead on resources where I just don't see myself coming back from this board state very easily. Yeah, like all these Death Touchers are also pretty annoying because I don't have enough removal. All right, Forest. Big Dragon. Yeah, you know, like just looking at what's going on here, at least in a lot of the games that I'm playing, it just, the early game feels almost entirely irrelevant in so many instances. And it's just like, oh, how many ways do you have to draw cards? Or like how many ginormous things can you play? There's just so many, like, maybe I'm supposed to be playing this Death Touch creature as well. Granted, I'm losing to this Hollow Siege as well, but yeah, this has been a very, very difficult to handle. But I think we're just dead here. Okay, we'll play this just in case. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably too late. But I guess I'll play it. Yep, take 4. Wait, they could have killed me. Oh, sure, Skirmish Rhino. Okay. Alright. Alright. This one is definitely not going so well. I just feel like, at least the way that I drafted this deck, just taking these random green dorks, just not really working out for me. I'm gonna look at other ways to just have better things to do in the late game. Yeah, I'm just gonna play like another Death Touch creature just to block everything early. I don't think I care too much for Reputable Merchant. And then let's just cut the Strategic Betrayal. And let's cut one of the Devotees. All right. Look, might as well just try certain things here, right? Just because we are 1 and 2. Okay, let's see how this goes. All right, on the play here. Wait, was that the match where I... Never mind. On the play here, I will keep this. Yeah, absolutely. I do have the Wildling, but I think I just play the Evolving Wilds here, get a Swamp. Let's go Evolving Wilds, get Swamp. Saga Wildling can get us the Plains. Let's play the Assistant. Actually, I also have Rakshasa's Bargain that I can play. Oh, look at this. Double Tri-land? I'm a little jealous. Definitely a little bit jealous. I'm going to hold off on this for now. Like, I want to make sure I can play the Pummeler. And with the Bargain, I want to make sure I get all good cards. All right. Let's see. How dirtily is your deck? Oh, it looks like it's extremely dirtily. But you know what? Honestly, that probably beats whatever my deck's trying to do. All right, we need a green card. As far as black cards goes, let's put this. And then for green card, let's go. Let's actually try the champion this time. It gets a trample counter too. And then for blue, I think I'd rather get the Agent of Kotus in the graveyard. All right, what you got? I have a big board. If you just play one big creature, I can just kill it. That is so underwhelming. Okay. Oh, that is not underwhelming. That is certainly not underwhelming. Okay. Okay, they just play Baneslayer Angel. Let's see. 2, 4, 5, 6. 6 damage here, 6/6. That keeps it alive. Do I just make this huge? No, let's just attack with this. This way, like, I get to play the bargain here, still get an attack through their blockers. If they kill the Pummeler, that's certainly good. They get to gain a bunch of life, but we get to still try to play a grindy game here, and we have a big Lotuslight Dancers. It's a 4/7 trample lifelinker, too. This card is extremely mediocre. Like, it's fine, but man, at least in this type of deck, it's just... I do not care about the 1/1 tokens for most of the, for the most part. Okay. Curious to see what they tap. Okay, fair enough. Okay. All right. Lots of options here. They're at 8 life. I can just play Saga Wildling. But then can I play something else? Yeah, I can. Sure. Four cards in hand for the opponent. This Lotuslight Dancers certainly getting us a lot of value here. Next turn, we can play Sirach to protect our creatures so that at least we get to draw cards if they try to kill our things. Ice Ridge Serpent almost assuredly will be killing the Sage of the Skies. They self-milled an Armament Dragon. Okay. Sure. If they make an attack that's a little too aggressive, they can definitely get punished for this. 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 7 mana. I can kill something plus play Sirach. I can play Ice. Okay, so they're playing it safe, which is completely understandable. And I'm also gonna relax here and just add to my board. Yep. Okay. That was a good turn for us. Kiru Goldkeeper. Okay. That is something I might be interested in killing. Okay. They have blockers for days. Let's bounce the token. Let's play this. Don't want the land. Do we have an attack? Not really that I love. I can pump the brigade. If I pump the brigade, that's pretty nice. 2 cards left in hand for the opponent. I can also just attack with Pummeler if I want to just like pump other things. What is this? Okay. They get a 1/3? Yeah. Alright, I mean, I had a decent aggressive start, but now we're just kind of staring at each other again. It's like, how do you break through this board state? You know what I mean? How do you break through this board state? You just keep playing more things, is the way that I look at it. This thing tramples. They have a lifelinker. I don't think I have a blue card to put into my graveyard anymore. Actually, I don't have anything good to put into my graveyard, really. Wow, I'm almost out of action. So green. Yep. That is all. I thought I had more. Sagu Wild. Okay. How am I gonna kill my opponent? They're gonna deck me. Oh, they have to tap one of my creatures so I draw a card. Nice. Okay. That's a skirmish rhino. Okay. The issue is I don't have a flyer. Like, if I had a flyer, this would make things a lot more interesting. I actually have to kill this. I need, like, a little more time. But I need to kill that. Okay, so they're at 11. I have another 4/4 in play. Okay, Lotuslight Dancers dies. Ooh, Rally the Monastery. Up to 2 target. Wow, it's not even my whole team? That's unfortunate. I have 7 cards left. Okay, let's play this. Oh, I don't want to... Oh, gosh, I don't want this card. I guess I'll just take this. All right, 5 cards left. Oh, man. Okay. They have 1 card. I'm at 36. So I'm in no danger of dying. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana available. I will probably... I'll just Agent of Codis. They're trying to deck... Oh, they keep drawing this stupid dragon. Okay. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whatever. What's the worst that can happen? I'm sure there's a lot of bad things that can happen. But given that I have this combat trick, I'm feeling pretty good. Alright. That's fine. I just want to make sure... Like, I just want to see if I have a lethal attack based on how they block. And this is still way more than... Look at all my creatures on the left. So they're going to gain 2 life off Sage of the Skies, so that puts them at 11, right? Effective 11 life. So just have to keep that in mind, because I can deal an extra 4 points of damage off of Rally the Monastery. Okay? So this is still 16 damage. Okay. So this is 8, 10, 12 damage. So if they block like this, they go to 11 and I can still kill them. Oh, and I have this coming in too. Okay. This is still lethal for me. Still lethal for me. This is the only lifelinker. They're blocking everything, so maybe this is the best block for... No, this puts them... Oh no, not that on board. Because they would trample over, take 9. They think they go to 11. Okay, that's better. That's actually a good block. That is a very good block. So I can deal 4, 8, 10, 12 damage still, right? They go to 11. Woo! Barely enough. What a game. Welcome to this format. Oh, man. Well, at least we didn't 1-3. Oh, my gosh. My brain is going to be mush by the after today. It will be mush after today. Got like 3 more drafts of this. Whew. Okay, on the play here, we have Opulent Palace, Forest, Sagu Wildling. Yeah, definitely keeping this. Leading with the Palace. Getting... Island for... not sure what I want to get with the Wildling. It's probably Plains. It's just I won't be able to play the Lotuslight Dancers, but presumably by the time I get to 5 lands, I'll be able to cast this. Literally any Island, Forest, or Swamp gets me there. No, there is no better feeling than playing a Tri-land turn 1. I will say. Let's do this first. Gives us a little more information. Okay, now let's get the plains. Because this way, if we draw the Skirmish Rhino, we can play it on turn 3. Oh, red-black, okay. Little aggro, never mind. Stormshriek Feral turn 2. Alright, well, you know, we got a reasonable curve. We got the Doosan into Sagu Pummeler. We can play the Lotuslight Dancers. Mardu, Rescue Leopard is the play from the opponent. And, if they rummage, they rummage. I don't care. Next turn we'll play Lotuslight Dancers and let's see, put a Pummeler, the lifelink thing, and I don't know all the names. The lifelink renew card, the Pummeler, and the Kote, the 2 mana 2/1. Okay, fair enough. Outrider is nice. Please make a 4/3. That would be pretty. No! Why? Sure. Okay. I think I still play this. All right, so let's see. This is the blue card. Oh, I have this still for black. And then for green, I still have the Pummeler. Okay. I mean, this is ridiculous. Like, look what I just did. The second Dancers is actually pretty bad. But look at my graveyard. I have 5 cards in my... Like, I have 5 extra cards to play with. And it's a 3/6 lifelinker. Against Mardu, like, if they kill this, I still have so much more to do. But the thing is, every one of these abilities are not very mana efficient. So, there is that. Like, this is the... do this once you have nothing else to do. That's kind of how these renew cards work. Harmonize is a little bit different. Wow, they attack with this thing? And they discarded Venerated Stormsinger. That's nuts. No interest in trading, because next turn if I draw a land, I can just go Alchemist to block it, which is really good against them. 4 cards in hand. Clearly they have a good hand. They discarded a Stormsinger, which is really good in this deck. Ah, Sonic Shrieker. Why didn't they play that? Oh, because they wanted me to block. I see. It's I'm putting all the pieces together now. I'm gonna get another land here just because I'm gonna just run out of, like, I'm never running out of stuff to do. 4/4, 3 cards in hand. Let's view battlefield. I'm gonna play a black spell this turn. I guess a blue is probably not bad. I have 2 black, 2 green. And I have some blue things in my graveyard. I can either kill this and attack for 5, or I can Champion of Doosan and play an Alchemist Assistant. Let's just kill it. It's just a dragon, whatever. We get to gain some life. Move on with our life. Just try to keep our life total as high as possible. Like, I feel like they have an answer for the Dancers, probably. They're Mardu. They're going to have a lot of removal. Okay. Oh, they're double removal spelling the Dancers? Okay. Shh. Yep. Why didn't they attack me first? I don't understand. Okay, well, their hand is really good because they didn't discard anything. Okay. Caustic Exhale was a good draw. Block. I hope they don't have the Edict card that exiles my graveyard. That would be ridiculous. Okay. Woo. They didn't, so very happy about that. Oh my god. Look at my graveyard. Can you imagine if they exiled my graveyard? All right, 5/5 trample lifelink. All right, we're at 18 life. I wanted to keep up Caustic Exhale. Fair enough. I think I'm just going to kill this. It's just a menace creature. It's very annoying. All right. I'm holding the Wildling. They still have a bunch of cards in hand that they like. So I feel like there's a good shot that they have some removal that they want. Okay, well now... Oh, they're playing it defensively. Interesting. I guess I can't attack into this, right? Hold on, let me think about what I want to do here. I have access to 7 mana. Let's just cast this and see what we find. Definitely want this. Probably want this. I just want more things that I can enchant. So yeah, let's just do that. And then... let's play this. Okay. Do I want forest or swamp? It doesn't really matter. Forest. Alright. I just want to add a lot to the board. I don't want to activate this just yet. We'll keep Skirmish Rhino here. No attacks. Alright, now we have 3 creatures and a bunch of ways to put counters on them. And we have a Saga Wildling and a Skirmish Rhino on top. So this is great. Nightblade Brigade wears counters very, very well. Bone Cairn Butcher. That is a very good one. Attacking tokens you control have Death Touch. Got it. Okay. So I would definitely want to pump this in attack. 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 mana. In which case... let's just use the Pummeler so that I can play the Rhino. Play Rhino. They're at 3. Okay. We're at 20 life still. Yep, that's a good one. So that blocks the Brigade very well. If I draw a land, I can go Pummeler plus Agent of Kotis as well. Okay, that doesn't do much. The question here is if I have some kind of... is there some lethal situation that I have here, potentially? They're at 3 life. So if I pump this and attack with 3, I think they're dead. Because then they block these 3 creatures, and then, yeah. And they can't gain life, right? Yeah, okay. And this mobilizes? Okay. Good blocks. And we are victorious. Alright, we beat an opponent that had the 5 lands, all spells. But we managed to grind them out. All those cards in the graveyard eventually added up. Very slowly, but it did. And we are now sitting at, what? 4-2? 3-2? Please don't be 3-2. Gosh, this format is so slow. Oh my gosh. Alright. Can't be too sad. I was 1-2. Or was I 0-2? I don't remember. Alright, I'll keep this hand. We have turn 2 Caustic Exhale into turn 3 Nightblade Brigade. And then we have the Revival of the Ancestors once we find a white source, hopefully. Jungle Hollow. Yeah, okay. Drew land number 4, which is good. Saga Wildling, yep. think green is just going to be a super popular color in general. All right, plains off the top. That's interesting. I don't want it. I know I have the Lotuslight Dancers, but I'd much rather draw plains or literally anything I can play next turn. Severance Priest, okay. They're probably going to take Caustic Exhale, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, I just get a 1/1? That sucks. I'm still going to do it, but... Boom. All right, give me some white mana. Yeah, generally you probably want to just take good cheap things. That way, like imagine if they took Lotuslight Dancers, and then I just get a 5/5. That would be extremely bad. All right, Marshal of the Lost is the play from the opponent. And we did draw the white source. So that is really, really good. Let's attack here. All right, Revival of the Ancestors. Show me what you got. Well, we are extremely wide. Certainly one counter here. I don't think I want more than one counter there. I could put 2 counters on one of these things. Yeah, okay. Like, I know I'm playing into some kind of trick here, most likely, which is why I didn't just, like, spread all the counters and go crazy. Like, this is probably an Osseous whatever. Yeah. And I can't save it, so it is what it is. So trading Death Touch creatures, okay. All right, so for black, we have this. For blue, we have this. Then for green, I actually think I like Champion of Doosan. All right. It's just a cheaper renew effect. I already have a 4 mana renew effect. So let's try that. Disruptive Stormbrood, okay. What happens? All my stuff has trample and lifelink? Okay. Okay, do I want island or forest? I think it's island. And then let us put... counters here. Just trying to extract maximum value. Stupid Disruptive Stormbrood. Sure. All right, opponent's at 11. We got a 4/3/2/1/1s. I got to rally the monastery here as well. Then devotee as well. So a lot of different options. Nothing is uber powerful by any means, but we do have an answer for a big creature if that's what they do. I also can use this as a good pump spell, so a lot of good options. Reputable Merchant is the play from the opponent. That gives them a 3/3. Wow, another Lotuslight Dancers. Okay. I think I might have things to get with it, though, which is the issue here. Do I want to make 2 1/1s? I don't think so. See what we draw. Hold on. Sure. Why did I tap like that? Whatever. Okay. All right, so we can get a Pummeler. And I think that is all. Yeah, like I said, the second one's always way, way worse. And then we'll just go like this and put it here. And then pass. Poise the Practitioner. Okay. Stalwart Successor. Okay. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, that seems ridiculous. So let's go ahead and play that. Let's bounce this. Let's attack. Wow, that was a really great draw. Like, they know I have Rally the Monastery too, so it's just like, what even are good blocks here, right? Whenever one or more counters are put on a creature, if it's first time, okay, sure. 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can make this into a 4/3. Alternatively, I can cast this, and it's not lethal, that's a problem. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this is fine. And I can Rally the Monastery on the Successor if I need. So they're at 6 life. We have 4 attackers. They need to play 2 creatures this turn or they die to Rally the Monastery. I have the ability to Sagu Pummeler plus Rally the Monastery still by playing the land out of my hand too. Stormplane Detainment on Lotuslight Dancers is very good. Then what? Okay, and they died. Whew. We are still alive. I feel like every draft, I just feel like, I don't know. Is it just me, or I feel like I'm just always climbing this uphill thing, or I don't know. I don't feel like I'm in full control a lot of the time. But maybe it's just because the set's new and I have no idea what to expect from my opponent. But we're 4-2, so you know we're winning some matches. It's just we're not completely destroying our opponents. Now this is a good hand though. Opulent Palace, Forest, Plains. We have Sipsig Appraiser, Skirmish Rhino, and Sagu Pummeler, which is fantastic. And given this hand, I will play the Sagu Wildling. Or I'll search for a land. I don't need a forest. I think I'm going to get the swamp. And move on. And given this hand, I think I just go as aggro as possible. Let's go Rhino into Pummeler. This also doesn't die to the Caustic card. I have had so many opponents play that card against me. Alright, well, at least we get a decent beefy curve here. Rhino into Pummeler into Icebridge Serpent. Sure. Wow. This just adds so much pressure to my opponent, which I like. I could have also played Appraiser into Caustic Exhale. Other option. I think they're going to try to lean on this Revenant, though. And if they do, they're probably dead. Because if they play this... Nope. What? Okay. Okay. Trying to figure out how I want to best attack here. I want to save the Exhale for the lifelink card. Yep. All right, so they're at 4. And we have 2 4-power creatures and the 2/1. We still have Caustic Exhale for the 3/3 lifelinker. I think I like this. Yep. And Furious Forebear. Okay. So if I kill this, are they dead? I don't know. Probably. Probably is my guess. Yep. All right. That one was straightforward. We played a turn 3 Rhino and a 4/4. And all right, we ranked up. Back-to-back drafts with 5 wins. Can't complain too much. Hopefully we can pick up a trophy here, even though we started out a little bit rocky. We are now 5-2. And a +1 orb. Boom. Okay, opponent on the play here. We have a 1-lander, but remember that 1-lander we kept before. That one was bad. This one is good. Also, I think on my opponent mulled a 5, because we do have the Saga Wildling, and we have an Unending Whisper, so we have multiple redraws here, which I like. Let's start with this. I don't know what color to get, though. It might be plains. Okay, so good double mulligan start, because they do have the Abzan Monument here. All right, so that's that. It's got to be plains. This just gives me all the colors. And then I can play the Brigade next turn. Okay, ooh. I'm gonna play this. All right. If it's an untapped land, I'm keeping it. If they kill the Brigade, sure. We can just play a Pummeler next. Okay. And they gain a gazillion life. All right, how do I want to do this? This becomes a 5/4? All right, I'm gonna... They also have Snakeskin Veil mana up, but I'm just gonna see if I can double block. Look, they double mulliganed. Like, if they use something here... Okay, sure. Okay, now if they have Snakeskin Veil, then so be it, right? I guess I could bounce it. I feel like they have Snakeskin Veil, which is why I'm doing this. What did I say? What did I say? Sometimes you just have the read. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have the read. All right. It's dead for sure this time, though. You used all your tricks. You're out of your tricks, sir. You're at 32. I got this. They're at 32. Easy game. Okay. Sagu Pummeler. Okay. Huh. Okay. Let's draw some cards. Okay. Let's get an island. Okay. Sure. That is a 2/3. Everything gets trample and lifelink. I don't know that I need to pump. I think I just want to play a bunch of things. Like, let's play this. Why not? Right? Try to get action. I'll take it. Let's attack. Alright, and then let's play this. Okay, we got a land. Let's get the land. Let's play this. Alright, big board. And now my board is so big to the point where I can just attack with everything. And we're at 17 as well. Hey, I mean, they were at 30-something. Now they're at 15. No thinking required. Sending in the clowns. Dead. Okay. We are somehow... I mean, our opponent double mulligan, but we are now in position for a trophy. I would not have guessed that based on our start. I really would not have. I thought my deck was a little bit underwhelming, but, you know, maybe we just played against really good players with good decks early. Who knows? All right, playing for the trophy. We are on the play. I am going to keep this. I'm going to go turn 1 Wildling, get a land, and we will have a turn 3 Rhino available. And then this one we're probably going to cast, given our hand. Oh, wow. We even drew a 2-drop. Hey, look at this. We actually have a reasonable mana curve. Jeskai Monument, okay. This one's really nice. It makes two birds. Hopefully our giant beefy green monsters gets it done for us. Okay. Devotee down. They must have a flurry card. No? Also, they have different islands? Like, what happened here? How do I see that one? Oh, it's the tap draw card creature, dragon. Sure. Nice mana base, Paul. One of each. Oh, you know. It's how I do. Jeskai Brushmaster. So this thing has double strike, so I can't really attack with the Rhino. So I'm going to attack with the Pummeler. Okay. We'll play Flyer. So we're 25 life, kind of out of action. Would like some kind of removal spell here for the Brushmaster or some way to get some damage through. Lotus Guardians would be pretty nice, just to put a bunch of action into our graveyard, right? Because we're just kind of out of things to do here. We do have a Flyer. Oh, the turtle. Ah, the turtle. We did lose to this before. We might lose to it again. Turtle, very strong. They want to trade this for the Sagu Wildling. I guess this might be my route to victory, so maybe not. Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to take it here. Oh, this is terrible. Okay. Yep, that's a lot of lands. Which one? Let's see. I can get this back. And then replay it, and then it'll give me black sources. So let's play Thornwood Falls. Oh, the turtle is so good. So annoying. Do you like 5 mana, 5/9? Do you like 5 mana, deal 5 damage to target opponent, draw 3 cards? It's pretty good. Well, maybe my opponent just never finds an answer to my Saga Wildling in their Jeskai deck. Jeskai actually has a lot of good interaction and removal. And yeah, so these card draw effects are really good. My favorite combo is the Narset's removal spell, 5 damage, and then cast Focus the Mind. Draw 3, discard 1. That's really nice. They have 7 cards in hand and I have 2 lands. I do not like my chances here, friends. Do not love it at all. Sun Pearl Kirin. Oh, they can bounce. Oh my gosh. They're getting so much value. You know, I have personally liked Jeskai, so maybe I should just do that while everybody fights over all this green nonsense. As long as I have enough answers to these things. Ooh. That's interesting. Wait, what is this? Until the end of your next turn, they can play the card? Damn it! Okay. That was not bad. Okay, well, maybe that'll get us out of this. We'll see. They have still 1,000,000 cards in hand, but we did find some action here. We have Assault Road Skirmish and a Rakshasa's Bargain. They have to play their Kirin this turn. They can use it to reset their Storm Shell if they want. That's not terrible. I can kill it next turn, though, which is good for me. See, this is... well, I mean, I guess with the Kirin, it's just not too bad. Alright, so we're killing the Storm Shell. Okay, so this is the turn where my opponent is going to leave them pretty vulnerable if they play the Storm Shell. And maybe they shouldn't. Maybe they should just try to... yeah, you know, Opponent, stop playing so smart. Why are you so smart? Unreal. You and your ginormous brain. So this flyer is locked down. I'm at 14. I think, like I said before, I think my route to victory is through the flyers. And I can't play double pummeler this turn. So let's play this. Let's play this. Let's gain more life. And pass. Six cards in hand for the opponent. Twin Bolt. Okay. Wow, we're gonna take so much damage. Oh my... Wait, why was this thing so cheap? Oh, it only cost 3 mana. I see. Yeah. That was an incredible turn. You know, honestly, I might just force Jeskai in the next draft. Jeskai has looked really, really impressive. And it usually has felt open too. Whereas like, this is good at fixing, but when you actually cast it, it's pretty underwhelming, right? Maybe they like... Whoa, they got rid of my flyer? Okay. Well, I can't let this thing live again, so let's kill that. What is it, Ward 2? 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6. Damn, I can't play the Lotuslight Dancers. All right. We're trying our best to grind through the 7 cards they were up on us. Sipsig Appraiser. All right. My opponent is a Sipsig Appraiser believer. Very smart. Three cards left in hand. Rescue Leopard. Okay. Are we able to stabilize here? It would sure be fantastic if we could. Alright. I don't know why they didn't make tokens. Rally of the Monastery is quite interesting, but I think I want to play this. Okay, so let's see. For black, we have this. For blue, we have this. And then for green... At this point, I probably just want the stats. So let's do that. They're at 10. Oh, man. Okay. Okay. We're building. We are building. I think they might have just forgotten about their monument. We're both at 10. They have 3 cards in hand. They might just have a spell as well, which makes attacking with into the Brushmaster really tough. Okay, second main. Make some Thopters. Or whatever, flyers. Okay. Oh man, this is scary. Scary, scary, scary. I mean, with 2 lifelinkers, I might just be able to attack, but they also have a gazillion mana up. So maybe not. I don't know. Okay. 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 Hey, you know, honestly, I don't mind. That gained me a ton of life. And then now I can just pummel her again. Onto... I think the Rhino is a good choice. Getting a 5/6 Trampler going. They had a bunch of mana up, so I wasn't really interested in using my combat trick. So I want them to be the first person to flinch, which means I do need to put a lot of pressure just by attacking. Let's see what they have. Stormplane Detainment, okay. Alright, bye-bye Dancers. Whew, their deck is really solid. Minus the Leopard. But I guess it's decent with Harmonize. The question is, like, how many cards were they sandbagging? Because, like, did they have this in their hand, or did they draw it? We're at 19 life. We have decent blocks available. They can kill the Devotee, but, like, sure. I can always get it back, and I have a ton of mana. Okay. Well, there goes all my lifelink cards. I can't block this. I can easily block that. Yep, figured they had something like that. Double. I mean, this Boltcaster has also looked pretty impressive. We're at 7 life. This doesn't give trample. Okay. Oh man, this is brutal. That was a huge, huge turn. So yeah, they were holding a lot of action there. It's just going to make it really tough for us. Three, four, five, six, seven. So I guess I need to make some tokens. Okay. Something like this. Yep. All right, we're at 5. Cleared a lot of their board. Oh my gosh. Okay, Agent of Kotis, please be out of action. Like, just be done. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13. Gosh. Just, it doesn't stop. It's in, you know. Let's keep going. Let us keep going. Okay? It's not over. It's not over. I'm at 5? So the reason why I wanted to make a 5/5 here is so that if they play a spell, I can still block the Brushmaster and trade. Okay. I'm on the mill my opponent out plan here now. Or hope to mill my opponent out. We'll see. What a game here. Hey, you know what? I'm just I'm proud of myself because we're still alive. Oh, they have the tapper for indefinitely. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. So they can try to draw it again. And we might just be dead. Yeah, we needed to draw a spell there. Oh, that's really good. Man, they have this much gas still left in their deck. That's really not great for me. I mean, they should attack with the agent too. I don't know why they're not attacking with the agent. Yeah, why are they not attacking with the agent? Okay. Dude! Not cool! This was a pretty bad no attack, I think. But if they drew the Tappy Dragon thing, I'm probably dead. Okay. Okay. Did I scry or anything? Okay, let's thin out our deck if I have lands left. I do have a swamp left. Everything else is action. Man, we drew a lot of lands. Okay. Let's find something good. Okay. This has reach. This has reach. Okay, this is 3 tokens. Three cards left. We know they have the Omen Draw Card Dragon left in their deck, which could play a role here. Okay. We got a lot of blockers. Okay. They're at 10, I'm at 4. They're at 10, I'm at 4. 2 cards left. All my stuff gets trample and lifelink next turn. They can kill flyers, but I don't have any flyers. I have a Lotuslight Dancers, which I can use to get... How many Sagu Pummelers are in my deck? That's all of them. All right, we'll see what happens. Like, I'm wondering if it's better or worse to attack, right? Because this is an extremely scary situation. Because I can at least gain... Let's say, even if they double strike this, or they play a spell, they block here. 5, 9. Let's play this. I think I have a card draw spell left. Maybe not. Nope. Did they draw it again? How does that card work? What happens if it's the last card in your deck? Can they just keep casting it over and over again if it's the top card of their library? I don't think they can kill me, though. They have 2 cards left. Oh, whatever. Let's just... One card left in their library. 10, 11, 12... 13, 14, 15, 16. So one of the cards is a dragon, and one is a card we don't know about. I have a reach creature. If they tap this down, I just take 1. If it's the last card, can they tap my entire team? I actually have no idea. We'll see what happens. I legitimately do not know. That would be pretty insane, though. Okay, Molten Exhale, sure. The thing is, I mean, they need to be able to get this bird bigger. Yeah, like, I think at that one turn, if they attacked me with the agent, I would have been dead. Whoa. Sure. So I'll block the Brushmaster with the Devotee. Block here. All right, we'll go to 7. Or 6, rather. I'm really curious to see if it's possible for them to deck with that card. Because I legitimately don't know. Because then I'm gonna deck, right? Ooh, I don't want to play Sirach, or I might deck myself. Do I just attack with like a million things? No, not with that. Because they're going to be able to tap this down anyways. One, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I go to 11. Yeah, I really don't know. Okay. That will actually be insane if they tap my entire team, kill me with the Brushmaster, and prowess it a gazillion times. That would be actually incredible if they did that. But if that's the win condition, then I'm probably dead anyways, right? Is the way I look at it. We'll see. I'm not sure how it works. Okay. 2 cards in hand. One of them is the dragon, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I think they're dead. I'm actually curious what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay. So they can't cast it over and over again. Okay. All right. Well, that was an epic, epic way to end this draft. I cannot believe we actually came back and fought our way through everything, right? This was a mega long video, and honestly, because I have so many to do, there will not be a lot of edits. So this will be a super long video, but man, I am really surprised with the end result here. We ended up going 7 wins with this deck, and we started out 1 and 2. So what made this deck successful? Well, certainly had a lot of power. We had good mana fixing, so mana was really rarely an issue. And then, honestly, the card advantage that was provided by the Lotuslight Dancers was really strong. The first one of these that I cast, I mean, over time, it was just getting me a ton of counters and just making it very, very difficult for my opponents to attack. Didn't mind the Nightblade Brigade. Just a 3-mana 1/3 Death Touch creature with Surveil 1. I don't care about the Mobilize, but 3 mana for a 1/3 Death Touch creature with Surveil 1 is actually just a totally fine card to play in this format. It's a slower format, so it's a really good defensive body. It works with the Bite spell if you have that in your deck as well. So didn't mind that as well. Sagu Pummelers were fine. And the Revival of the Ancestors was also solid. I'm not as aggressive, but like it's still a very, very good card. Just making 6 power and 6 toughness worth of stats for 4 mana is quite strong. And outside of that, yeah, I mean, you know, this deck wasn't like completely broken by any means. We did get some free wins by playing an early Rhino and beating people down. Rally to Monastery is just an amazing, amazing spell in general. It's just so flexible, where I do think it's probably worth splashing for. So this card was also quite nice. And then Rakshasa's Bargain also got us a bunch of value. So the big things here were the value provided by the Lotuslight Dancers and the incredible mana fixing that we had that let us kind of cast everything on curve. And then we were just able to grind everybody out. But it's not like a lot of our wins were easy. They were long, hard-fought matches. Salt Road Skirmish was kind of mediocre. And I feel like that's what this format's going to be about in a lot of instances. So be prepared. Get your water bottle ready on the side, because if you draft these any green-based deck just doesn't seem very aggressive. So you're going to be in for kind of a really long battle. And maybe the best way to beat these decks is to punish them by playing a more proactive strategy, which we might try in the next draft video. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Also, check out TCGplayer.com for all your TCG, singles, and sealed product needs. Make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but certainly not least, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmat, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and more, Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.